Here comes Chuckles! Quick, Saucy! Jump in the can! Okay, Malkah! Chuckles! Take us to the White House as fast as you can!
Commands Malkah frantically.
Hold on to your cupcakes, girls. It's gonna be a fast ride.
Woo! Malkah and her dolly friend, Saucy Stickers, were on a mission. What on earth happened? Wow, friends! Attorney Malkah has some serious trauma going on. It's no wonder. It seems to happen whenever she's with her dolly friends.
No.
Daisy here. You've just entered the Whodunnit Series in the adventures of Attorney Malkah fighting for the justice of her dollies. In this story, one of Malkah's dolly friends commits a crime, and it's one that takes her all the way to the White House in Washington, D.C. in Oreo the Stolen Kitten. Are you ready to find out what happens? Let's start at the beginning. Attorney Malkah's love for animals doesn't stop with her stuffy collection. She has a vast range of every animal imaginable, from cats to dogs to elephants and even bears. One wonders why she has brought to life only her dollies. Daisy Ditzy, Fanny Pudge, Peaches Preserve, Petunia Pingle, Saucy Stickers, and Rebecca Loca. Her fondness for animals is why she has 3 of her own. A small dog called Joselita Mozzarella, 2 cats called Lady Pawsalot and Boss Kitty. She'd have 100 animals if she could. That's why she volunteers on the weekends at the local shelter called the Furball Society, where she can tend to many animals and give them lots of love so they won't be lonely.
They're all by themselves, waiting for their forever home. Hi, Rover. That's a good boy. Cinnamon, you gotta be chubby during the week. Cookie, let's give you a bath. Hi, Duchess. Let's give you a good brushing.
Malkah has been volunteering at the Furball Society for quite some time and named all the animals. In fact, she became so valuable that the society promoted her to junior manager.
Wow!
But for so many animals to receive the love and attention that they deserve, Malkah needs help. Who better to call upon than her dolly friends?
Yes!
They all agreed. Malkah has 3 favorite felines, whom she calls Ollie, Oreo, and Honey. Ollie is an old male tabby, quite skinny, for having such a huge appetite. Malkah secretly gives him extra food when the shelter employees aren't around. Another is a tiny black and white kitten whom she calls Oreo, just like the cookie. Oreo is a fierce little fluffball with boundless energy, constantly bouncing and biting whatever he can. Honey is a shy puff of soft orange sweetness, quite round and always sneezing. Quiet and mellow, Honey warmed up to Attorney Malkah quickly and treasures the spare moments when she can snuggle on her lap. Daisy enjoys dressing up the cats in some of her spare doll clothes, which they do not seem to mind. The employees frown upon this, but seeing Daisy's lively interaction with the kitties as her flaming red hair tosses about makes them laugh. Petunia prefers walking the smaller dogs, on rhinestone leashes, of course, first adorning each with ginormous bows around their necks. Somehow she makes the dogs look as glamorous as she is. Rebecca is mesmerized by the parrots. She hangs out in their massive cage, flapping her arms about, almost like a parrot herself, all the while teaching them how to say funny things such as, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" "Where's my forever home? Where's my forever home?" spirits responded well to Rebecca. Eventually, they settled on their perches, weary from Rebecca's manic energy. That is when she cleans the cages and refreshes their food and water. Saucy tends to one cat, the only Maine Coon in the entire Furball Society. She calls him Count Catnip. A massive cat, she is teaching him how to walk on a leash as she parades around the grounds in her high heels, led by Count Catnip. He's almost bigger than Saucy. Fanny is drawn to a shy older dog who is afraid of everyone. She calls him Waffles since he is so sweet to her. Plus, Fanny loves to eat waffles for breakfast. She always brings treats for Waffles, and he is opening up more and more. Together, they sit under a tree where Fanny reads to Waffles and munches on cookies. Waffles is quite content with his friend. Peaches is another story. She is not interested in animals since her focus is reading encyclopedias, some more than 3 inches thick. Peaches pores through the thick books and shows no signs of losing interest. And since she is the more studious and ambitious of the dolls, she is the first of the pack to land a job in the human world. But not just any job. Peaches works as an important executive assistant at the White House in Washington, D.C. Attorney Malkah helped her get the job since she knows some of the politicians who work there on the Hill. For many weekends, Attorney Malkah and the dolls look forward to their time with the animals at the Furball Society. They all grow quite attached to their furry friends. But on this Saturday morning, something did not feel right. The first to arrive, Malkah enters the society and goes straight to greet her 3 favorite cats. But when she reaches Oreo's space, he is not there. Had he been adopted? Surely the others would have told her. Alarmed by his disappearance, Malkah thoroughly inspects his space, and sure enough, Oreo is gone. With butterflies in her stomach, Malkah thinks to herself,
Where could Oreo be?
Before panicking, she addresses the Furball Society employees.
Has anyone seen Oreo? Was he adopted?
They all knew the animals by their names.
I don't think so.
Isn't he in his space?
Let's check around. Maybe he got out. Yeah, he's a feisty one. All of a sudden, a whirlwind of excitement bursts through the entrance as the dollies arrive, lively as ever, chatting, laughing, and adjusting their hair and dresses while admiring each other. It is obvious that all the animals love their high energy. But the dolls grew quiet as they noticed the worried look on Malkah's face as she states,
Dollies, Oreo is missing.
The dolls gasp, recognizing that Malkah said missing and not adopted. They chatter amongst themselves until Saucy asks,
Are you sure he was not adopted?
to which Malkah replied,
The others confirmed that Oreo has not been adopted.
more gasping.
Do you think he has been stolen?
Asks Fanny, disbelieving her own question.
I don't know, Fanny, but I must ask each one of you, did any of you take Oreo? No! Absolutely
Such a horrible thing.
Never. I would
Never steal a kitten. And that is the moment when Attorney Malkah realizes that Peach's preserve is not present, and so she asks the dollies,
Wait a minute. Have any of you seen Peaches? She's always with us, but she's not here.
In a moment of silence, the dolls look around for Peaches. But there is no Peaches,
Maybe she had to work overtime at her new job.
offered Saucy. The other dollies are speechless. The employees do not look very pleased with the situation. All these glamour dolls bringing about drama to the society is just too much for them.
Don't worry, guys. I'm going to resolve this situation and find Oreo.
Promises Malkah. In her analytical mind, she knows that she must find Peaches, if for no other reason than to confirm that her dear dolly friend has not stolen the kitten. But why would she? She's not even fond of animals. What reason would Peaches have to take Oreo?
Oh.
Come on, Saucy. You're coming with me. Dollies, we'll be back.
Malkah grabs Saucy by the arm as Saucy trips in her high heels, running out the door. The two friends dash outside to hail a taxi. Saucy has no idea what is happening, but she kind of likes the action. Malkah immediately notices hilarious honkers, her favorite cab company.
Yeah!
Who could miss the rainbow shimmer cab? The driver races up to her, and that's how she knew it must be her favorite driver, Chuckles Chaser. The second Malkah and Saucy climb into the cab, Chuckles speeds off, laying rubber on the street. The girls barely get their heads inside the cab with seatbelts fastened. Saucy screams, but feels that she is part of a high-speed chase, and so her adrenaline is racing.
Hey, Chuckles. It's great to see you. Can you take us to the White House?
What? Oh, hi, Malkah. Wow. Are you sure your girls can pass security to enter?
You bet. I have friends on the hill, and anyway, Peaches is now working there. I think she's up to something, and I need to speak to her right away.
Yes, ma'am.
It's great to see you, Chuckles. How are the boys?
Malkah asks as Chuckles races through a red light, narrowly dodging an accident as Saucy screams again. Malkah is used to Chuckles' reckless driving, but Saucy panics, feeling that her life is in danger. Malkah secretly likes Chuckles' crazy way of driving.
Funny you should ask. The other day, as the boys were climbing into the backseat of the cab, Binky yelled, "I'll call the left side." Well, he's only 5. Well, that didn't work because Zoodles also yelled, "No, I want the left side," and the boys squabbled. I had to break up the argument and decided to give Binky the left side since he is older. But then he asked me, "Which side is left, Dad?"
Chuckles, Malkah, and Saucy all shared a laugh. Malkah knows that the 20-minute ride will take Chuckles under 10 since he knows the streets of DC like nobody's business.
Yeah!
No one could maneuver a car like Chuckles as he races through the crowded streets, weaving between cars and even onto sidewalks, almost giving the girls heart attacks.
Hey, Chuckles, slow down, man!
Yelled Officer Bust from a nearby squad car.
Woohoo! Cheers, Officer Bust!
Waves Chuckles as his rainbow glimmer cab zooms by. The police have grown tired of pulling him over since it never does any good. Now, Chuckles delivers a dozen donuts to the local police station every week, and they all love him. Chuckles definitely has the local law enforcement in his back pocket. Meanwhile, at the White House, Peaches is busy scheduling appointments, typing letters, and slipping in and out of meetings to deliver assignments and fresh coffee to important politicians. But something else is going on in another room at the far end of the grand hallway, the private lounge only available to VIPs. Peaches has become close friends with Magnolia, the daughter of one of the politicians. And today is Magnolia's birthday. Peaches is a generous friend, but not always making good decisions. Suddenly, Peaches spots Attorney Malkah and Saucy Stickers walking down the grand hallway, and they are approaching the private lounge.
What are they doing here? This cannot be happening.
Peaches is in a panic. What is she hiding in the mysterious private lounge? Before she could drop what she was doing and race down the grand hallway to save the moment, Malkah and Saucy stop in their tracks right in front of the lounge.
No!
Malkah and Peaches lock eyes as the three girls hear the faintest meow of a seemingly tiny kitten coming from the other side of the door. Before Peaches says a word, the fearless Malkah bursts through the door and confirms her worst fear. There, rolling around in the middle of the room, is an adorable fur ball that looks just like Oreo. He's playing with toys and bouncing about, even scratching his claws on the side of a massive armchair.
Malkah, it's not what you think.
Pleads Peaches.
The kitten, Oreo, is a gift for Magnolia's birthday. All she has ever wanted is a kitten to call her very own.
Explains Peaches in despair. Attorney Malkah quickly pieces together the details. Peaches has talked about befriending a small girl called Magnolia, the daughter of Peaches' boss. Magnolia was mesmerized by the fact that a living doll was recruited to such an important position.
Wow!
With the influence of Attorney Malkah, of course. And since Peaches loves children, she was inspired to gift the small kitten to her.
Today is Magnolia's birthday. If I don't give the kitten to her, I don't have a gift. And I promised her something very special.
Explains Peaches.
But Peaches, you did not adopt Oreo. You stole him. That's called theft and is very wrong. We could have easily arranged for Oreo's adoption. So why did you steal him? I don't know, Malkah. It all came about so quickly. And I was afraid maybe you wouldn't want him to be adopted since you're so fond of him. Maybe I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Confesses Peaches. Of course I love Oreo. But Peaches, all adoption animals deserve forever homes. You should have told me, and I could have helped arrange the adoption quickly. Now, we must fix this. What time is Magnolia's birthday party?
Oh, it's this evening after work. Great. So we have time to return Oreo to the shelter and process the paperwork for the adoption. Then you can put a big bow around his neck and take him back to the White House to give him to Magnolia. Chuckles, our driver, will make sure he gets you to the party on time.
Says Malkah.
But Peaches, you must finally learn to do the right thing. I will, Malkah. Thank you.
Malkah then sends a text message to Chuckles Chaser from Hilarious Honkers to come pick up Peaches and Oreo and take them back to the shelter. Naturally, he arrives in under 5 minutes.
Hey, Malkah! Let's get you and these dollies back to the Furball Society! Woo!
And off they go, Chuckles practically leaving their heads in the street with the high speed of his cab. Peaches gasps as Saucy laughs. The three girls hang on for dear life as Chuckles races through the crowded streets of Washington, D.C.
How'd it go, girls?
Asks Chuckles. Malkah and the dolls look at each other in a moment of silence.
We had a situation with a kitten that was stolen from the society and taken to the White House,
replies Malkah without mentioning Peaches.
Well, you can't believe everything you hear, but you can repeat it.
Chuckles replies with a laugh. Malkah and the dolls are speechless. Once back at the shelter, Malkah encounters the society employees with Oreo in her arms. Disbelievingly, they ask what has happened.
That's Oreo.
What happened?
Where'd you find him?
Of course, Malkah tells them the truth about what Peaches has done. At first, they are upset, and Peaches is terribly embarrassed. But then they realize that Malkah and the dolls have found a forever home for the kitten and are happy to quickly process the adoption paperwork. Not long after, the adoption is complete. Peaches places Oreo in a cute little carrier and walks outside where Chuckles is waiting for her.
Enjoy the party! I know Magnolia's gonna be thrilled! Have fun! Say happy birthday for us!
Eat some cake for me! Claim the dollies. And off they go. The end. That attorney Malkah sure loves animals. She went all the way to the White House to do the right thing and save that cute little kitten. And even though it was difficult for her, Peaches learned a valuable lesson, that it's not right to steal. But in the end, Malkah's honesty paid off since the Furball Society employees were proud of them all to have found a forever home for Oreo. And what do you think? Did you like this episode? If so, then you'll love our next story about the Dolly's first holiday vacation in the Dolls do France. That's right. Malkah and the dolls travel to Paris.
Bonjour, madame.
What sort of scandal will they get into? Mais oui, excusez-moi, Madame Dollies. So you better subscribe now. That way you'll get notifications of this next exciting story where the dolls frolic in the city of light, La Vie Lumière. And don't forget to check out our other characters at daisyfrench.com. Au revoir.